You know, the first rule of change management is don't say change management, and the second rule of change management is don't say change management. Quick reference to Fight Club there. That one of the problems with change management is that it's often viewed as an extra thing. It's something you add on to a project. It can be seen to be burdensome in that sense. And I agree with it. It's part of what we do when we're with organisations, where we try and say change management is good for this project, but you can also make it a competency of the organisation. And it's only really when it becomes a standard competency for an organisation that change management becomes truly effective. Now, often you can start with one project and build that competency. And when I say competency, what do I mean? Well, I mean that sponsors know their role and action their role, that managers and supervisors know their role and action their role, that it's something that's baked in. And it talks to ProSci's change management maturity model. The further up the model you go from 0 to 5, the more likely is your people-dependent project will be successful. And for true ongoing change management success, it's got to be something that sponsors and managers do every day. It's a natural part of what they do. It's not seen as an extra burden. When we say to managers, for example, you've got 5 roles: communicate, liaise, advocate, resistance management, and coach at the highest level. That's something that they do all the time. It's something that's natural, and to do that they've got to develop a competency in change management as a natural part of their day-to-day activities. And of course that means that managers' targets in particular have got to be baked in and around change management. It's a natural part of what you do. Now, we see from ProSci research and from experience that managers are the most resistant group to people-dependent change. And often I say, well, that's because managers are busy. They have day-to-day activities that they've got to deliver on to drive the business. But what I'm saying here is that for change management to be at its most effective and be a natural part of the organisational's approach, managers should have change management activities baked into their deliverables, their targets, because that's the only way that we're going to get effective change. So it's something we do as managers. We're recruited on the basis that we have that competency, although we'll learn it and apply it. And we see when we look at the most successful organisations in terms of change that it is a standard part of the manager's lexicon, skill set, nomenclature and natural activities that they take with their staff. And if we can reach that, then that Fight Club quote is true. First rule of change management is we don't say change management. Hope that helps.